What's up, everybody? It's Ginger Yeti, and I'm playing around, trying something different. As Drew says, try something different. I'm trying something different. Playing around with some equipment here, just seeing how it works, seeing how this new camera looks for when I do panel reviews and reviews with other brew tubers across the internet. So I figured I'd review a beer that if I screw it up or if I'm not happy with what's going on, I can always delete it, change it, do whatever, don't necessarily have to keep this review, but I figure why not do a live one and see what happens. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully everybody can see me. And the beer I have is going to be Rolling Rock. Now, it's not a crazy beer. It's not like a special beer, but it's a burner beer that if I screw it up, I can always go back and do another one, right? So like I said, this is Rolling Rock. Now, it's a Rolling Rock Extra Pale. Now, Rolling Rock is out of Latrobe. Well, they used to be out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. That's where they originally started in 1939. Unfortunately, now they are part of the Evil Empire, AB InBev. So they were launched in 1939 by Latrobe Brewing, like I said, in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. But then in 2006, they were sold to Anheuser-Busch. And then in 2015, I didn't know this, Anheuser-Busch stopped brewing the bottled version of this, which is what I have here, the bottled version of Rolling Rock. They stopped brewing it in the glass line tanks. Rolling Rock's always been brewed in glass line tanks. And apparently, I didn't know this, apparently in 2015, AB InBev stopped brewing it in the glass line tanks, at least for the bottle version. Now, the can version, they allegedly still brew the traditional way in the glass line tanks. It'd be interesting to see whether the bottle version and the can version taste the same. Maybe I'll try to find a can version to compare the two at some point, because I was quite shocked to see that they changed the brewing process. But that's what happens when you get in bed with the Evil Empire. They screw things up. They ruin the beers. And that's totally common with getting in bed with those people. They always screw everything up. So the Rolling Rock here, it's an extra pale ale. I mean, this is a green bottle beer. It looks clear through the bottle. I mean, you can see it right there. It's crystal clear in the bottle. And I expect it to be kind of a skunky beer. But on the bottle here, there is a date code. Can't read that. It's still got premium beer. Surprisingly, I don't see the 33 on there anywhere anymore. They used to have a 33 on here somewhere that everybody used to always talk about. I don't see a 33 on here anymore. They must have removed that from the label as well. They always change things. There is this Rolling Rock with the horse on it on the cap there. I don't know if you can see that very well. But it's kind of a shame that they've lost or they've removed some of these things from the beer. So I'll get on into it. On Untappd, this gets a 2.81 with 151,000 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, it gets a 62 pour with 3,267 check-ins, and it gets an aggregate score of 2.63, so a little lower than Untappd. And that's just pouring out a golden clear color. I mean, you can see right through that. Surprisingly on the nose, I don't get a skunkiness to it. I'm really surprised there's no skunkiness on the nose. It's just maybe a slight bit of herbal hoppiness, but not really anything on the nose at all. Like I said, that's crystal clear, probably a 1 on the SRM chart. That almost looks like water. I mean, that's kind of a yellowy, watery color with a thin white, like half a pinky's worth of head. And I know the Urban Viking mentioned this before. Using your fingers as a measure is kind of weird because everybody has different size fingers. But I think it's the best you can do, best thing I can find for measuring the head on a beer. I don't know. What do you all think out there? Is there some way better to measure the head on a beer? Who knows? But let's get on into it. Cheers, everybody. If anybody's out there watching, appreciate it. It's kind of fun playing with this new camera and this new equipment and doing a little bit of a live. So here's to you all out there watching. Cheers, everybody. It's kind of flavorless. I mean, you get a little tiny bit of very, very subtle, like bitterness in the way back end, but this is almost like drinking water. Very light, subtle bit of carbonation, and it's water. I mean, there's almost no flavor. I wouldn't call this extra anything. They say it's extra pale. This is just extra water. If you're looking for a watered down, flavorless beverage, this would be perfect for you, because this is just yellow fizzy water. I mean, that is exactly what this is yellow fizzy water. Now, on a hot day, mowing the lawn, you might enjoy this beer. I mean, a super, super hot day when you don't want anything big and extreme and you just want like a nice ice cold beer. This would probably be pretty good. But again, this is close to water. I mean, lawnmower beer for sure. But there's nothing there. It's just yellow fizzy water. I expected a bigger flavor than that. Not much bigger, but I expected there to be something in that beer, some sort of flavor, and there's just not. I mean, Rolling Rock, if you're looking for a yellow fizzy flavored, yellow fizzy water, you couldn't go wrong drinking this. Easy drinking beer. It's not even beer flavored beer. Yeah, Gut Rot, it's definitely a summer day slamming beer, fishing beer for sure. But it's nothing crazy. I mean, it is what it is, and it's. I can't say it's bad though. I mean, I can't call this a bad beer. It's just a light, watery beer. If I was looking for slamming beers, I was looking for beers on a hot summer day, I might go to this. Kind of disappointed, like I said, to find out that they don't brew it the same way anymore, at least in the bottles. I may have to pick up one of those cans and see if the can tastes different to the bottle. It's wild that they stopped brewing it in the glass line tanks, but only for bottles. They still brew it in the glass line tanks for cans. That's kind of weird to me. But I think overall, I would give this beer a horns up. It's serviceable. It's got its point. It's got its purpose. And yeah, exactly. Flavorless hydration beer. It's exactly what it is. And overall, like I said, if you're looking for just a crushing beer on a hot summer day, this would be a perfect beer for that. Thanks, everybody, for watching. It's fun playing with this new equipment. Fun doing a live once in a while. And as always, embrace the adventure.